All right, everyone. Today we are going to cover lesson 4 in booklet 12. That is simplifying on the same side and solving. So, as we progress through these lessons, our algebra is going to gradually become more and more complicated. In this lesson, we're going to combine opposite operations, as we learned earlier in this booklet, along with collecting like terms, which we covered in previous booklets. Now let's take a look at the first example where we have 2a plus 3a is equal to 15. Now we would like to find the a value that when I substitute it in, it makes the left-hand side equal the right-hand side. And the problem here is that there are actually two a values, as you can see here on the left. Now, the way that we can make our life quite a bit easier is by combining them, right? Remember that when you have multiple terms, so I have one term here and I have a second term here. When you have multiple terms that are like terms being that they have the same variable and also have the same exponent, right? You can collect them. You can add them together, right? These are like because they both have an a, and the exponent on that a is that little imaginary one. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. We're going to simplify by collecting like terms, and then we're going to solve. So when two terms are alike, that means that you add the coefficients. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, and then the variable stays the same. So this is like 5a is equal to 15. Now that we only have one a in our equation, not two, we can use opposite operations to help us solve, right? This 5 is connected to the a through multiplication, and the opposite of that is division. So we're going to divide by 5 on the left-hand side, but we're also going to divide by 5 on the right-hand side because whatever we do to the left, we have to do to the right. Now, next, you see that on the left-hand side, the two fives are going to cancel out, leaving us with a is equal to 15 divided by 5, or in other words, 15 divided by 5 is 3, so a is equal to 3. As usual, if you would like to check if your answer is correct, you can do so by taking your original statement, which was 2a plus 3a equals 15, and substituting in your potential answer, which is that a is equal to 3. So wherever I see a in this equation, I'm going to write 3 instead, and I get 2 times 3 plus 3 times 3 is equal to 15. Remember that when solving, multiplication happens first. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3 times 3 is 9, is equal to 15. And 6 plus 9 is, in fact, 15. So 15 equals 15. Left-hand side equals right-hand side. And we know that we have the right answer. So again, that was us checking our work. Let's try a couple of these examples down here. Now, in example A, I only have one variable, b, which is great, but I do have two constants, which is a number without a variable attached to it. I have two constants on the right-hand side, 9 plus 11, and I can combine those, right? So I get 10b equals 9 plus 11 is equal to 20, so I get that 10b is equal to 20. So we simplify first, then we solve. So using opposite operations, the 10 is attached to the variable using multiplication. The opposite of multiplying by 10 is dividing by 10, so we divide both sides by 10. The 10s cancel out, leaving me with b is equal to 20 divided by 10, and 20 divided by 10 is 2, so b is equal to 2. Right? So let's check our work here. Again, our original statement, 10b is equal to 9 plus 11. And we're going to substitute in 2 for b. Now 10 times 2 on our left-hand side, 10 times 2 is 20. And on our right-hand side, 9 plus 11, also 20. So good. 20 equals 20. Left-hand side equals the right-hand side. Let's try this last problem now. 4d minus d is equal to 12. Now remember that if a variable doesn't have a coefficient, it's kind of like its coefficient is 1. So we can collect these terms. They're alike. They have the same variable d with the same exponent, 1. So 4d minus 1d is going to be 3d because we subtract the coefficients, 4 minus 1. So we get that 3d is equal to 12. And again, we are going to be using opposite operations. So we're dividing the left-hand side by 3, which is the opposite of multiplying by 3. And that means that we also have to multiply the right-hand side by 3. So these 3's cancel out, and we get that d is equal to 4. Because 12 divided by 3 is 4. All right, let's check this and then call it a video. Our equation is 4d minus d is equal to 12. And we are checking to see if 4 is the correct answer for d equals 4. So we substitute in 4 wherever we see d as such, and we solve. First thing we do is multiplication. 4 times 4 is 16. So we get 16 minus 4 is equal to 12. And 16 minus 4 is in fact 12. So we get that 12 equals 12, and the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. And we're done. Right? So that is lesson 4. Take some time to complete the worksheet. And if you have any questions, make sure that you let me know. Thank you.